Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2024 Hart Women's Volleyball Media Day. I'm your host, Hart correspondent Rich Linden. So excited to be talking volleyball. And up next, I have William Penn University head coach Lauren Eldridge with her student athlete, Olivia Johnson. Coach Olivia, how's life in Oskaloosa today?
It's pretty good. We already had one practice today. We have another one later, so it's a good start to the week.
Oh,
Been
wow.
here for like 2.5 weeks, so
Two and a
good.
half weeks in, getting ready for the season. Well, Coach, we'll start with you. Year 3, leading the Statesman, coming into your third year. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
It's going to be your third year. How much have you enjoyed seeing the growth of the program? And tell me a little bit about this team. It's growing and coming into your third season. What are you looking forward to in 2024?
We have 10 seniors this year, so it's nice to see them as, sophomores or maybe transfers coming in. So I've had 3 years of a lot of the same team. We only graduated a couple last year, so it's nice to kind of see them develop, year after year, and not just on the court, but as students and people too. So that's been really nice. Our first year we got up really high, maintained the top 8, but really looking to get a little bit bigger and better this year compared to the last 2 years.
Fantastic. You have a strong veteran team then coming in this year. That's great.
Yep.
Well, introduce us to one of your strong veteran players and tell us what she means to the team.
Yeah, this is Olivia. She's been here for 4 years now. It's her super senior year. So it's exciting to finish her career out here. She's been our OH1 all 3 years I've been here. She is definitely one of those players that's grown as well. From on the court, off the court. I'm super proud of her development, on the court and off the court. She's really stepped into a leadership role this year. One of our big things this year was, having a really connected team, and she's done a really good job of doing that on the court as a leader, off the court when we have classroom sessions, team bonding, all that stuff. She's been really good for us. Really good on the court for us too. She had a really good opening weekend this weekend for us, and looking for some more big weekends from her.
Well, Olivia, I know you like to talk about your team, but got to talk about you for just a little bit. One of the strongest top outside hitters in the Hart, unbelievable. And the Hart is one of the toughest conferences in the United States. First team all conference, honorable mention, All American. Those are powerful honors. What did they mean to you to get those awards last year?
Kind of everything. I don't know. I never really thought it was always a goal to get All-American and something that Coach and I talked about, but I honestly didn't really ever see it happening for myself. I don't know. So it was super cool. And I know you want to talk about me, but I couldn't have done it without the team. So
Well, let's talk about the team. A veteran team. A lot of the Hart teams I've interviewed, they have so many incoming players and new players. But you have a strong veteran squad and leadership. Tell me about some of the players and tell me what they bring and what you're looking forward to this year.
I I think I'm looking forward to the team as a whole. I think that with the girls that we've brought in, it's never felt more close. Like as a unit, we're all super bonded. We all want each other to do good this year, and I don't know, we really want to play as a rock and as a unit, and I think that that's kind of how I see it going so far. Like you said, we have a lot of returners, so those girls coming back, obviously we know what they can do and how much they've improved. So it's just exciting. I'm ready for the new girls to see what they can do more.
Phenomenal. Well, and I've heard their incredible traditions at William Penn. Haven't ever been blessed to go up and catch a match, but talk about the PAC, the atmosphere on campus. What's it like during a home match and the fans and the noise? Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, home matches are for sure my favorite. We have a lot of people come to the pack to support us, and it's always the best when we have a home game because we know that a lot of people are going to show up to support, and it's always super loud in that gym, and it definitely takes teams by surprise, but we're used to it. We love it, and we love playing in rowdy gyms. So
Gotta give a shout out to the Ultras too.
Yeah.
Our men's soccer team, they call themselves the Ultras, and they're really good. They support us every single game. They wear black every single game, and they're our biggest supporters. So gotta give them a shout out too.
yes.
Phenomenal. Okay, soccer guys. Got to bring so rowdy, pack gets crazy. And then what happens after a win? There's
We
some
get
tradition.
Yeah, we get to ring the bell. So any William Penn sports team after a win, there's a big bell that's rolled out to wherever the game is taking place, and the winning team gets to ring the bell.
Crazy. And then I suppose it gets even louder.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, and sometimes we have other people ring the bell, so it doesn't necessarily have to be the volleyball team. If we win, we've had the ultras, we've had them ring our bell. So yeah.
We actually added a new tradition this last year, the graveyard game. So something we're doing for the second year this year. Our men's basketball team has a TP game that they do every year. That's, nationally known. We do something called a graveyard game. So it's kind of like a graveyard-esque because we have a couple of graveyards around campus, some cemeteries. And so we're using that to our advantage, and it's kind of, towards the mascots. So it's kind of a blackout, having candles, this big jumbotron that comes on. We do some creepy-esque music. But it's really good atmosphere, and it's, we have like a tombstone hopefully for the opposing team and their mascot.
I love it. I love it. New traditions. And well, Coach, tell us about this year's team. How's preseason gone so far? How are you looking heading into the season?
Yeah, we're into our last week of preseason. This year was a little bit different. We had 3 weeks of preseason compared to 2 weeks in the past. We had 2 games this last weekend, so we're able to see kind of what we need to work on. It's different when you play against other people compared to, the scrimmaging yourself every day. Not the outcome we wanted this last weekend, but it shows, room for improvement. We went 5 sets with a really tough team. So hopefully bouncing back this weekend. We have a lot of upperclassmen. So we do have a couple of newbies, but they are JUCO transfers. So, they're in that junior, sophomore era. So a lot of upperclassmen, a lot of experience, which is really good, especially in this conference. It's tough to play in this conference.
Sure.
So having that experience of, upperclassmen is going to help a lot. But we're excited for the season. We're pretty deep in a lot of positions, hopefully running a 5-1 this year so we can have a little more consistency in setting. Now, if we can just execute a little bit more, it'd be a great season for us.
Awesome. So yes, you mentioned this, the heart. I feel like it's the strongest, most powerful volleyball conference in the entire country. You get 3 or 4 teams always making the national tournament. You get sometimes 5 teams in the top 25. So I'd ask Olivia, since she is a senior or upperclassman, what does that mean for your teammates to be playing in such a strong conference? And what do you do to prepare to get yourself up for such day in and day out competitive, crazy teams?
Um, I love playing competitive teams. I love when it's a tough match, and I think that a lot of the girls on the team are very similar in that way. I would say the biggest thing is practice. We practice a lot. We practice very important things, and you practice it. You have to practice how you play. So you have to practice hard, always making sure you're doing everything you can in practice, that when it's game time, it just comes to you naturally. And I think that this year we're really diving into that and making sure that we're taking practice very, very seriously because we know how competitive our conference is.
Wow. So Olivia, what's your major then? What are you studying?
Business management.
Business management. How do you balance this out? So many practices, so many times in the workout facility, the mental preparation. How do you balance that as a student athlete with your academics?
A lot of scheduling and planning. It's nice that I feel like this school in general, whether it's coaches or professors, they really, really work with us as athletes. Just because everybody wants us to succeed, our professors, coaches, teammates, and so just really working with those people helps a lot. And then we have study tables, so that's another extra 2 hours to be able to do homework if you need to. So there's a lot of resources here that help student athletes, but a lot of it is just planning and knowing when you have open free time and when you can study or do other things that you need to.
That discipline, most people don't understand what it takes to be a student athlete and the incredible amount of time it takes. So, Coach, if I were to ask you one thing that you're most excited about in this upcoming season, one thing, what would you say?
That's tough. One thing.
Putting you on the spot here. There's so
I
many.
know.
You've got a senior squad, you got veterans, you've got the graveyard. I can't wait to see this graveyard. I'm going to check it even if I'm on the road. I can stream it and check out
I mean,
that.
I might put the graveyard game on that because we're playing a team, Graceland, team that we lost to one game last year and won a game last year. Probably one that we probably don't think we should have lost. So that might be a little bit of a, chip on our shoulder of, hey, let's get some revenge from last year when we thought we should have gone 2-0. So I
Oh.
think especially that one's going to be a big one for us, and kind of looking forward to not just it being the graveyard, but getting some revenge, because a team that didn't make it top 8, we didn't think we probably should have lost to. So I think we're going to come into that game pretty heavy, and hopefully we give it to them too.
Well, Coach, now I'm definitely going to get on the calendar and circle that and be there. I'm so excited for the season to start. I love volleyball. As you know, it's my favorite sport, and I can't wait to see William Penn and this team and their progress as they go through the season. So thank you for being here today, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you so much.
you.